So once again, my dear friends, a short thought on the Parsha. So we're not going to discuss the Parsha. This week is Parshat Mishpatim, but this week is also Shabbos Shkolim. And we read the Parsha of Machatzis HaShekel. What is Machatzis HaShekel all about, and why is it associated with Chodesh Adar and with Purim? Be'echod ba'odar mashmiyem al hashkolim. The Gemara says, Megillah Yud Gimel Omid Beis Mesechet Megillah. Omer Reish Lokish, גלו וידוע לפני הקודש ברוך הוא שעתיד המן, לשקול שקלים, לאבד ולהשמיד. לפיכך הקדים שקליהם לשקליו. קודש ברוך הוא is always מקדם רפואה למכה. He puts the balm before the wound and the cure before the illness. So Kodesh Baruch Hu was Magdim, Machzis HaShekel, to the Shkolim of Haman. Tzedakah Tatzel Memoves. There is no greater Zgula than Tzedakah, to preserve life and to save us from tragedy and from death. Bava Basra, Daf Yud Aleph Omed Aleph, we find the story. Omru Olav al Binyamin HaTzadik Shohayu Gabay Shel Tzedakah. V'pa'am achas bo'oso isha lefonav. A woman came before Binyamin HaTzadik, and she said, Rebbe, parneseini, I need your help, I need money. Omer lahu avodah she'en b'kupa shel tzedakah klum. There is no money in the account. Please come back in 2 weeks, come back in a month. And she said, no, I cannot come back, I need it now. Em ein ato mefarneseini. Obviously, she was either an almona or a grusha, and she said, if you can't help me, then I and my children, my 7 children, might die from hunger. There was no money in the tzedakah account. He took out his own personal checkbook, and he gave her all the money she needed. Very short while afterwards, Binyamin HaTzadik became ill, and he was dying. Malachi HaShoreis stood before HaKadosh Baruch Hu, angels in the heavens, and they said, Rabbeinu Shalom, Atu amartu amakayim nefesh achas misol kilukiyim olam molei. You said, one that saves one person, saves a world. V'arei tzadik zeh she'eichi shmoini nefoshes v'yisol, yamus, b'yom ha'muotim, Miyad nikra gzar dinoi. His gzar din was torn to shreds. Va'amru, and yesh oimrim, hosifa lochav beis shonam al shanoisav. 22 years were added to his life. And we see from this story how immense is the merit, the schus of tzedakah, especially to save lives in time of illness and danger. Whenever I quote this story, I feel compelled, I must share with you the beautiful thought of the Vilna Gaon. It's amazing. I think it's a spark of genius combined with Ruach HaKodesh. So the Gaon explains why Chov Beis Shulam, why 22 years? Numbers are never coincidental in Chazal. Chov Beis Shulam al Shanoisav. So the Gaon says, there's another Gemara. Tes Omid Beis, a Mesechet Bava Basra. Hanoisen Pruta La'oni, Mizborach B'shishu Brochas. If you do it in the most friendly fashion, Yud Aleph Brochas. Shmoini Nefoshes, 8 times 11 is 88. And there's a Gemara in Soitachov Beis Omud Aleph. Schus Toile Shloisha Chodoshim. 8 Nefashes, 11 Brochas, 88. Each one of them, 3 months, 3 times 88 is 264. And that is exactly Chav Beis Shonim. 12 times 22 is 264. That's the cheshbon. But what we take out of this story is, when death looms and people's lives are in danger, there's no greater zegula than tzedakah. Nothing more important than chesed. Machatzis HaShekel. Machzis is a 5-letter word. The middle letter is the tzaddik, symbolizing tzedakah. The 2 inner letters next to the tzaddik, right and left, are ches and yud. That is chai. The outer letters on the extremes, mem tov, meis. The remez is, that's the koyach of tzedakah. Lahar bois chayim, to bring the chay and the you together, and to separate the men from the tough. Lahar chekes amavos, ulaharbot b'chayim. So the malachim asked the Kodesh Baruch Hu, you are the one that taught us, Amakayim nefesh achas miyisrael, kilo kiyam olam olei. And this is a Mama Chazal I've been shouting the top of my lungs for the last year. Shouting and whispering, pleading and begging and demanding. What else could I say? Kol hamakayim nefesh achas miyisrael kilu kiyam olam olei. V'kol hama'abed nefesh achas miyisrael kilu ibed olam olei. We're not only in the midst of the Mageifa. In Israel, we are at the height of the Mageifa. And it's so tragic. So terribly tragic, because we have the vaccine. Millions of people are vaccinated, but millions are still not vaccinated. And more people are dying than ever before. In the last month, we lost, the last few weeks, 5 weeks, we lost more than 1,500 people in Eretz Yisrael. In the last week or two, we lost some great Rosh Hashivas and Gedolim and Rabbonim. Yes, they were old. So what? If not for COVID, if not for Corona, they probably would still be with us. And this could have been prevented. Could have been avoided. Yes, we believe in Hashgacha Pratis, no doubt. But we also know what Rebbe Kiva told us. Hakol tzafui v'hareshus nesuna. Everything is predetermined. But, yes, we bear responsibility. So what should we do? Wear masks, social distancing, run to vaccinate. But we are ma'aminim b'nei ma'aminim. And our hishtadlus in Ruchnius is just as important, maybe more important. Torah, tefillah, and tzedakah. Tzedakah tatzel mimoves. Tzedakah tatzel mimoves. So many people lost their livelihood. So many people lost their parnasa. Moistus are struggling. So those of you that have, share more than ever. For your family, for your own, for your loved ones, for others, for Klal Yisrael, and just for the schus of the mitzvah. Share. And those of you that don't have money to give, Gimeles Chasodim Begufo is just as important as Gimeles Chasodim B'mamoinoi. And everybody could do so much good. My children remember since they were little kids, I taught them, when you go to sleep at night, you need to ask yourself, did I bring a smile on someone's face today? Did I make someone happy today? If the answer is yes, you deserve a good night's sleep. If the answer is no, try to be better tomorrow. And in this period, I ask myself almost every day, did I make someone happy today? Sometimes you don't need more than a phone call. So many people lost family members, so many people were ill, so many people are ill and struggling, and others are struggling with panos, and others feel lonely, and others feel lost. And sometimes, just with a phone call, you could make people happy. You could make people think, wow, he thought about me. Somebody out there cares. Somebody out there cares. Somebody out there thinks about me. And I try to make some phone calls here and there, just trying to make people happy and doing chesed. So chesed is the key. This Shabbos is Shabbos Kolim, and this is what we learn from Machatzis HaShekel. Kodesh Baruch Hu knew about the tragedy of Gzeres Haman. Higdim shikleim l'shekolov. That is the skula, to salvage lives and to be ma'orer midas orachamim. This coming Shabbos is not only Shabbos Kolim, it's also Shabbos Rosh Chodesh Adar. Mishenechnas Adar marben besimcha. Kodesh Baruch Hu should give us the capacity, the ability, and the mood to be sameach. He should take this magefa away. And we should be zoicha. Hu rachamon hu yasalonu nisem refrois keshem shosiso lavusenu b'yom ha'mehem b'zman hazeh b'bias Mashiach tzedkeinu. Have a beautiful Shabbos.